Now, starting a Shopify dropshipping business has never been easier, especially with the power of AI. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can start a Shopify dropshipping business with AI, how to find a winning product, how to build the store, how to create the ads, and how to even launch the ads, all by using AI. And the good news is 90% of these tools and softwares are either free, have a free trial, or extremely cheap to use. Now, the key to success with Shopify dropshipping is being able to test products fast and efficiently. Now, by using the power of AI, you can do that, and the chances of you finding a winning product have never been faster and more likely than it is right now. So guys, the first thing that we need to do is find a winning product for our dropshipping store. Of course, the product is one of the most important aspects of the dropshipping business, as that's going to carry all the weight when it comes to the chances of success for your dropshipping store. Now, when it comes to finding a good winning product, especially by using the power of AI, to find a winning product is all based on trends, statistics, and proven data. Now, the easiest way to do product research is by just using data that is proven based on sales, on who the audience is, when are they buying, how are they buying. As soon as you can reveal all that information, the hard bit's done. If something's proven to work, then it's more likely to work for you instead of you trying to figure out what will work. So the first thing that you guys want to do is go to ChatGPT. It's completely free to create an account, and you want to go to where it says Explore GBTs, and you want to search for market research and trends analytics. Now, if you can't find it, I'll leave a link to it in the cheat sheet. Now, once you've done that, you're going to say, what are the latest trends in e-commerce? Then you're going to put, what are consumers buying the most online at the moment? Now, again, if you're watching this video in 10 months time, this is going to make a massive difference by saying online at the moment. Then it's going to give you a list, and then you're going to say, give me 10 trending products. It's giving you 10 trending products. Then out of the top 10 trending products that it's giving you, you want to select one of the 10. So for me, I've put 10 trending pet products. And now you can see here, it's giving me a list of the top 10 trending products in pets. Then I've put what pet products are selling the most on Amazon and eBay and Walmart online, as those obviously are the biggest companies online that sell these products. So now what it's done is you can click here, it shows you the sites that it's explored, and it's now showing us what are those best selling products on those individual platforms, Amazon, eBay, and Walmart. Now, of course, what you want to do is you want to choose one of the ones out of these lists. So you can see automatic cat litter boxes, pet cameras with treat dispenser, smart pet feeders with water fountains. So all of these are potential winning products. Then I've even put, what about TikTok Shop? So TikTok Shop's very relevant right now. So now it's giving me a list of 5 to 6 winning products from TikTok Shop. Again, we have now got a list of potential winning products that we can start to analyze. Now, the easiest way to validate if one of those products that the GBT recommended is come into the AliExpress Business Center, then go to the DS Center, and you want to go to where it says Product Analysis, and then you can search for the name of the product. So you can see here, find product by AliExpress link, or you can just search for it. Now you can see I've searched for smart pet feeders as that was one of the recommendations. Now you can go to where it says go analyze, and what this will do is it will show you the sales statistics for that product. Now, if you want to do that, you can also just click on the link, and when you click on the link, it will show you sales comparison, 30-day based sales data for similar items. And you can see here the amount of other items and the amount of orders. Now, if you go to where it says data shown for cat automatic feeders, it now shows you new in and not new in. So this is showing you data based on sales, yearly data as well. So you can see now the data on a yearly basis. Has it gone up? Has it gone down? Has it gone sideways? So this is showing you as a dropshipper the information you want to see. Is this product getting yearly increases in performance, or is it getting a decrease? At the moment, it's starting to go up, not down. And you can also see a lot of the charts are showing that this product has potential to make a lot of money. Now, you got to remember the people that buy from AliExpress are either other dropshippers, big dropshippers, either white label companies, or people that own a brick and mortar store and they order these and sell them. So technically dropshipping products, but they're buying the inventory to sell in their store. Now, this data means that it's valid. Now, we should take this type of data with a lot of conviction because it's other people that we're trying to compete with. Now, there are other ways to validate the product, not just by using the AliExpress data information. You can also come to the Facebook ad library and filter it by the US all ads and then active ads, and then type in the name of the product that you've been given as a suggestion by the GBT ChatGPT. And if you're finding ads being ran for that product and you're finding the same person running ads, you can see here called Nita Pets. I think that's how I'm pronouncing it. They're running a lot of ads for these pet feeders. So if they're running a lot of ads for those pet feeders, it either means they're making a lot of money. Now, another way you can track it is over a weekly period. So are they increasing ads over a weekly period? And the easiest way to figure this out is by hovering over their brand name, click view ads, and then you want to see how many active ads are they currently running. It's 57. Now, if this goes up by the end of the week to, let's say, 100 to 200, that means that they've started to scale because they've increased the amount of ads. So that's another great way to tell if this product is also doing very, very well. Now, you can do this on any other social media platform that you think will have people on there that are going to want to buy the product. Obviously, Facebook and TikTok are the two main ones, but you're just looking for content. Is the content increasing for the product or decreasing? So by using those two methods, which is the AliExpress Business Center sales data and forecast, plus this will help you identify if the product is good to sell. Now, of course, at the time of recording this, it's going into Q4, so this is a great thing to sell during this time of the year, just purely because of Q4. Now, my best advice is if the ChatGPT app prompt has told you and suggested you those products based on data, then you've had a look and you've seen data that proves it, then that is the green light for you to go. Don't overthink it. Just add that product to the store that I'll show you later, but you just don't want to overthink. You want to take action as quick as possible. Because remember, with AI, we're going to get the rest of the stuff made very quickly so we can test it. Now, there is a Savage AI tool / software that you can use to help you with product research. They have a 1-day free trial, which doesn't require a credit card, I don't think. But even if they do, just use a card that has minimal money on there so that way they can't take the fee. Or just remember to cancel it. Or if you're going to use it long term, obviously keep it. But this is probably one of the most powerful AI tools that I've found in the industry when it comes to product research. So it's called Voc.ai, I think it's called. So this is the company that you're after. Now, I'll leave a link to this in the description and in the cheat sheet. Now, the reason why it's so powerful is because it uses AI to do market insight research. So if you go to where it says market insight and you search for a type of industry. Now, remember, the prompt suggested pet products for me to sell. So I might type in pet toys. Now you can see I've typed in pet toys and then I'm going to click search, and then it's going to search the whole of the Amazon web, and you can see here it's found all of these pet toys. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click AI Analyze. Now remember, the prompt that you should have added was one of the options that the GPT gave you as a potential hot niche or product to sell. Now, this takes around about 3 minutes, but it's going to analyze all of those top listings within that niche and tell you which is the best seller and the reasons why. Now, just to save some time, I'm going to show you another niche that I did before using this tool, and you can see it was baby toys. Now, you can see underneath product analyst, it's given me the top product to sell out of all the ones that it found, and this is based on AI information that it found from Amazon. You can see here it shows me sales by attribute, which is insane, revenue by attribute as well. And if you hover over this, it shows you how much that product has made over attribution of time. So, and of course, it's color coded it based on what the product was. So the winning product was orange. So it's showing me based on the orange color, that's how much money that product's made. It's also going to show me product details. So for each individual product, the average price, the sales and the revenue, when it got launched, and how long it's been on the market for. Now remember, all of this information is coming directly through Amazon, and AI, the AI tool, this one here, is finding out all that information for us and then putting it into these fancy graphs that helps us analyze which product to sell. Now, of course, based on all the data and research it's done, this product here is clearly the one that I want to sell, which is this baby toy right here. Now, if I click on the link, it'll take me directly to the Amazon link for this product. So this is the one getting a lot of money right now. Now, if we want to find this product on AliExpress, we can click on it and then download a Chrome extension called Search by AliExpress. Again, I'll leave that linked in the cheat sheet. And then you click this and it will find the product for us on AliExpress. And if it exists, we can start drop shipping it. Now, something else that's insane that this tool does that you want to use is you want to come to where it says Review Analyst, and you want to type in the name of the product that you found that you want to sell based on the data it showed you. And once you've done that, you're going to add it to your report list. And once you open up this report list, it's going to give you a customer profile on who is your ideal customer. So you can see who is the customer: kids, toddlers, grandparents. Then it's going to show you usage scenario, Gift is one of the biggest reasons why people buy this. They buy it as a gift for their friends or family, then travel, then beginner artist. Then it gives you a reason why. It also gives you rating optimization, positive and negative reviews. So you can look at these and figure out what I can do better as a dropshipper to improve the customer's experience. Then buyer's motivation. This is super important. Why are people buying this product? Good value for price, recommended. These are going to help us build an offer later on. So all of these things like buyer's motivation is going to help us figure out what we should say to get people to buy. So you really want to make sure you go through this whole page because it's going to give you lots of information that's going to help us figure out who we're selling it to, why, and what will make them buy it. So guys, before we move on to the next part of today's video, I wanted to cover something that everyone asks me. What is the best way for payment gateways, banking? If I live in a third world country, how do I access Stripe, PayPal, or any good banks? And how do you maximize the facilities of the e-commerce world? Now, the only way to address this is by getting a USA LLC. This will enable you to be able to get payment gateways in any company. It will also give you the best banking opportunities for the e-commerce world. Now, the reason why most people don't get a USA LLC is because they don't know how to. Now, this is where I'm going to be introducing Doola. Doola will actually do that for you. It's a company that will create you a USA LLC in whichever state that you want. There's obviously benefits with Wyoming and Delaware as they are tax-free states. Now, when you choose one of the packages that Doola offer, you'll actually get a dashboard and interface that will track the whole journey of you creating your LLC and then getting it open. And Doola will make sure they do all the hard work for you and even open up your bank accounts. Now, they don't just do that. They'll also do your bookkeeping and your filing so you don't get any penalties from the IRS. Now, that was one of the biggest issues for me when I first started an LLC in the US. I didn't know what I was doing and I got hit with some penalties. Now, Doola will make sure that doesn't happen for you. Now, if you're still not sure if Doola is the right choice for you, you can actually book a free consultation call to see if it is the right choice for you. They've worked with other e-commerce and dropshippers before, so they know what you need and how they can help you. Now, you have to understand that Doola is very competitive with their pricing plans, and on some of their packages, they're 30% cheaper than the alternatives out there, and they even offer a better service. I'm telling you that now from my own experience from using other companies to create me a US LLC. I've never seen anything as good as Doola. So if you want to open up your USA LLC and get access to all the payment gateways, banking, and other financial products, then make sure you check out the link in the description. You can even book a free consultation call if you need to ask them a few more questions before making the decision. And remember, if you choose Wyoming or Delaware, they are tax-free states. Now, with that being said, guys, let's get straight back into the video. So now you've got between 3 and 5 products that you want to sell and dropship. We now need to create the Shopify store. So the product that I'm going to be using as the example throughout the whole video is the back posture corrector, as it's one of the most famous products in the industry and everyone knows what it is, so that when I show you guys how to do things, it should be very easy to understand. Now, the next thing that we need to do is build our Shopify store. Now, the great news is I've created my own AI Shopify store builder that will build you a Shopify store in less than 10 minutes, and it will create everything for you. So you want to come to ecomkingstore.com. You should see this website. Then you want to go to where it says get started. Then it should welcome you into the Ecom King AI store builder. And there's going to be 7 different steps, but this should take less than 10 minutes as long as you follow it, just like I'm about to show you right now. Now, what you're going to get from this AI builder is a custom logo, a custom brand name, 5 winning products, as well as the ones we've just chosen. And then I'm also going to show you how to edit it, but it's going to give you a beautiful looking theme as well, all ready to edit, and it's going to look insane. Now, it is using real AI. This AI builder is not one of those pre-built store BS AI builders. We're using real generative AI to build all of these stores. And the whole purpose of me making this was to help you save time from building stores to make it quick and easy. So the first thing that we need to do is create a store. So you want to scroll down and click where it says create a store. Then you want to enter your email address. I've entered mine here. Then you can click skip all. Then you can choose the country that you're located in. Then you can choose an account if you've already got one. If you haven't, you need to create one. If you've already got one, you can just select it. Then once you've done that, you want to hit next on the AI store builder. And then you want to create a custom app. So we want to go back to the Shopify store that we just created. Go down to where it says settings in the bottom left. Then you want to go to where it says apps and sales channel. Then you want to go to where it says developer apps, allow a custom development app, click allow custom app development, then click create an app, then call it AI builder, then click create an app. Then you want to go to where it says configure admin API scope. And then you want to select every single one of these. Now this can take a few minutes, but you want to make sure you select every single one of these drop down boxes. Now I've just selected all of those check boxes and there's 131 in total for me. Now once you've done that, you're going to hit save. Now what this allows the app to do is it allows the AI builder to build your store on behalf of you. It will not give out any crazy sensitive information. The AI builder is completely safe to use, but this just allows the AI builder to access your store and build you the store. Now, once you've done that, you want to hit install app, and then you want to click install. Then you're going to see here, it says admin API access token. You're going to click reveal token once, and you want to make sure you copy and paste this somewhere safe because you cannot lose it. So you want to come back to the AI builder page, scroll down to where it says access token, paste it there, and then your store name. So if you go back to your Shopify, you're going to see your store name just here at the top of the left. Then you're going to go back to the AI builder and paste it in there. Then you're going to put your email here. Then once you've added your email and the relevant information I've just shown you, you're going to hit submit. Then you're going to click next and it will show you well done if it's correct. Then we need a Shopify plan. So go back to Shopify, click plan. Then you want to choose the basic plan and your first month's only going to be $1 anyway. Click select basic. Then you can choose credit card or PayPal. I'm going to enter my information now. Then once you've added your payment method, you're going to hit subscribe. And the reason why we're doing this is because if we don't have a paid plan, we can't turn our store on. It'll be on locked mode and you can't see anything, which is pointless. So now we've got a subscription that is successful. We can go back to the AI builder and click submit. Then you can click next. And now this is where the fun begins. We can now choose what niche we want our store built in. Now, because I'm selling a fitness product, I'm going to click fitness. Then I'm going to choose blue as my color. Then I'm going to click build my store. And now you're going to see an estimated time, which takes 3 minutes to build your store. And it's also going to add everything to the store for you. Now, my recommendation is whilst that is being done in the background, you want to come back to AliExpress, find as many sellers selling the product that you're selling and download all of the best images possible. Because if we don't have good imagery, we're not going to be able to enhance it with AI. So you want to find the best imagery possible for your product on AliExpress. You can also try Amazon and you can also try Alibaba to get the best content. Make sure you download it ready because I'm going to show you in the next few moments how to make it look even better. And what we can also do is go back to the Shopify settings, go to online store, go to preferences, and you want to scroll down to where it says store locked. So you can see here restricted access with password. You're going to want to turn it off and click save. And just like that, it says your store is ready. So you're going to want to hit next. Now we've already done step 5 by removing the password. So we can click next. And then it says create a Zendrop account. Now, if you're looking to use the best supplier within the dropshipping industry, I'd recommend that you create a Zendrop account. If you've already got one, then you can just connect it later. But if you haven't, I'd recommend that you connect it now. Obviously, that's where the products are going to be enabled through for your dropshipping services when you send the product. Now, if you don't want to do that, guys, you can just click done and then you can click next. And then it's going to ask you for a rating and some feedback if you've got any. So make sure you do that if you've got some time. Now, with that being out the way, we move on to the fun part, which is looking at our store. So now we can click view your online store. And just like that, here is our AI built fitness store. Now, although I've got you guys to find your own products, we're going to add them to this store. We're not just going to use the ones that I've given you. We're also going to use our own that we found because they're going to be better than the ones that I've given you. But just like that, guys, we've got already a nice template going. And if we click on one of the products, let's say, for example, this AB roller, you can see the layout is already there. So we can reuse this layout for when we add our own products. All we're going to have to do is just replace the images, the text, and the layout is already there for us. Now, if you don't want to use Zendrop and you would rather use an alternative method, then of course you're going to want to add that now through the apps, and then we can start adding our products. So you want to go back to where it says products. Again, you want to add them through your selected app, whether it be Zendrop or whoever you're going to be using, and then add those products that we found together. Then once you've added the supplier of your choice, again, my recommendation is Zendrop, you're going to want to add those products in through your supplier. And then they should show up under products here. And those should be the products that we chose at the start of the video. Now, once you've added your products, you're going to want to come up to the listing that you've just added. So mine's here, and then we're going to want to fill this out. So the title of your product needs to be something that's going to captivate the audience. So mine's a posture corrector, but I've called it Posture Corrector Pro. So you just want to come up with a fancy name for your product. Now, if you're struggling to find ideas, you can open up ChatGPT again and say, I need some really cool product name ideas. This is my product. Can you come up with some really cool names? And it will give you a bunch of list of names you can use. Just pick one of them. Now, where it says product description, this is where we're going to need to use some of our competitors to help us use this description. So what you're going to want to do is come to Google, type in the name of your product, and you should see some Google ads that are being ran for your product. Now, you're going to want to select on some of the ones that aren't big names. So you don't want to click on the names of these shopping ads from, let's say, Walmart. So you want to find a few independent ads being ran by small companies. Now, I found loads. There's like 8 here that I can use. This is one of the examples that I found. Now, once you find those examples, you want to go through their product description and you want to copy it and add it to a Google Doc, or you just want to go straight into the GBT that I'd recommend. Now, this GBT is called e-commerce SEO product description writer, AI GBT. Again, I'll leave this one linked in the description. You're going to want to go to where it says here on a prompt, upload images or describe your product in detail for a compelling description. So this is where you're going to add your competitor's description here. Now, again, this is only going to work if the product of your competitor is the same as yours. You can see this is identically the same product as I'm going to be selling. So I can use their description and get that GBT to remake it. Now, of course, if yours isn't the same, then you need to readjust it. Now, you guys can see from just copying from my competitor, this little small bit of text here, which literally says a few things, it's now been able to create me a nice in-depth description of my product. Now, the only part I need is this part here. So just this section here is all I need. So I'm going to click copy and I'm going to paste it here. Now, if you're not happy with the one that we've just got, you can even highlight all of this, and through Shopify, you can rephrase it, extend it, or simplify it. So you can actually readjust this straight through Shopify, and it's worth playing with till you've got one that you feel is most suited for your product. So now we've got our product description, we need some media, and that's why I told you guys to download all of the relevant images that you got through AliExpress and all the other platforms, because now we're going to use a tool called Photo Room. Now, I think Photo Room's got a free trial, or it's very cheap to use, like a couple of dollars. So once you've created a pro plan, you're going to want to go to where it says select a photo, and you're going to want to upload one of the images that you've got of the product. Now, for example, I'm going to upload the basic one of literally just the product on its own. And you can see it's this really boring white background. Now I can use something called AI background. So I'm going to go to where it says backgrounds, AI backgrounds, and it's going to give me some suggestions on what background I should use, but I'm going to ignore these as I feel like they're not the greatest background. So now I'm going to go to where it says concrete countertop. So you can see here it's remade the background, and you want to try and use a background that fits your product the most in terms of what makes it look more realistic. So for the posture corrector, I've put it on this like concrete wall. And now I'm happy with the background it's chosen. I can now edit the image. If I select the image, I can now go to shadows, outline, reflection. So if I wanted to, I might want to put a shadow on there. Or if I don't want a shadow, I might want a reflection. Now, if I don't want a reflection, I can even come down to where it says filter, click filter. Now you can see it's filtered it to make it a little bit more darker so it stands out on the background. Now, the whole purpose of using Photo Room is just to make your photos look a lot nicer than just being on these plain white backgrounds or boring backgrounds. Then once you've downloaded those images, you need to change a few of them to have text on them. You can't just leave them blank. So you want to come over to Canva and you want to create a pro account, and it's got a free trial, and you want to type in product feature at the top. Then once you've done that, you want to scroll down and you need to have at least a photo like this one here. So you can choose this one. So if you want to keep this one, open it in a new tab. Then you're going to want one like this as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to have the image of the product here, and then you're going to explain what benefits it has. So you want to have it around about 2 to 3 of these style images, and you can see that there's more like this. So when you click on one, it's going to show you some more examples of what else you can create. But at the end of the day, you need around about 2 to 3 of these. So make sure you start off. So once I've done that, I'm going to click customize template. Then you're going to want to go to where it says uploads, and you're going to upload the image of your product. Now mine's got a background, so I'm going to click BG remove it. And what that's going to do is it's going to remove the background for me, and it should do it very quickly. So you can see there it's removed the background of that product for me. So now I can delete the placeholder and now move my product into the center. And then once you've moved your product into the center, you can start editing it. So for example, you can make this bigger. You don't need to use the proportion that it's already given you. You can slightly readjust this to make it bigger. And then you can move these icons out. So at the moment, the positioning is wrong. So I'm going to click reposition and I'm going to move it backwards. And then that way I can move these across. Now, if you want to move them as a whole, you can click command and then scroll. And then you can move the whole object as one. But basically, you just want to readjust this whole layer so that it matches your product. Now, of course, the benefits that you're going to put here are the ones that you've got from your competitor. So one of them could be help spines, waterproof, sweatproof. And then once you've done it, you can export the photo. Now, again, you don't want to rush this part, guys. Honestly, take your time with it. But this is where things are going to really show how good your product are. Now, once you've made those images, you're going to come back to Shopify and upload them where it says upload new image. Now, once we've saved that, you're going to want to open up another Shopify tab because we're going to go to the editor now and start playing around. So you want to come back to where it says online store. Then you're going to see the Ecom King theme, which is the AI builder. You want to hit customize. And then in the top, you want to go to where it says homepage, products. And then you want to go to the selected product that you've added. So mine's the default product. And there you go. You can see the images that I've made for my product. And you can see the placeholders that we're going to fill in the next few moments. Now, what works really, really well on websites is Giphies. Now, you can come to Pixar, create a 7-day free trial on the Pro version, and you're going to scroll down to where it says Giphy Maker. So you can see here it says generate a GIF. You're going to click this, and then you're going to give it a prompt. Now, the prompt is whatever you want the Giphy to be. Now, I want the Giphy to showcase back pain. So you can see here, I put a man suffering from back pain, and then I'm going to click generate GIF. And then it's going to want you to choose a style of GIF. Now, I like this style a lot, and I also like this style a lot. So I'm going to choose style 1 for now. And now you can see here, it's showing me a GIF that it is made showing somebody suffering from back pain. Now, if you don't like the GIF that it's made you, you can click the back button and recreate it, and you can also save it. So this section of the website, I'm going to want to add a GIF. So I've selected it, and then I'm going to go to where it says image, and then I'm going to click add image, and then I'm going to select the GIF that I just downloaded. And now you can see the GIF has now been added to my website. Now, of course, this GIF doesn't look insane or amazing, and it's not brand on, but I've just done it to save a little bit of time. Remember, when you're creating Giphies or anything brand with AI, always keep it to your brand style so it matches it. But for now, this looks pretty good. So now I can fill in the text here. Now, the good news is I got ChatGPT to make me some descriptions. So you can see here it says pain relief. So I'm obviously going to call that section of the website pain relief. So now you can see here this section says elevate your posture permanently, tired of desk life and slouching with pain. Then I can click save here in the top right. Now, where it says try it completely free, risk free, I would recommend that you keep this as it is. If not, you can put something like we've got over 10,000 happy customers, but I'd leave it as it is if I was to be honest with you. Now, if we scroll back up to the top of the website, you're going to see shipping and returns. Now, if you look on the left-hand side, you can see that there. Now, you can change this text to whatever your shipping and returns are, but I'd leave it as shipping and returns. Obviously, adjust what it actually is depending on what you offer. Then where it says details, this is just the description that we entered before. So this is important to keep. Then size chart. If you have a size chart, you're going to come here on the left where it says size chart, and you're going to upload it as an image. So mine would have a size chart, so I'd upload the image here. That way when people view it, they can view the size chart. Now, if you don't want it as a size chart, you can come here where it says change page, and you can create a page. So you can create a page that says something like our refund policy, and then you can add it there instead. So it'll change it from a size chart to, let's say, a refund policy. Now, like I said before, it's the images that are the most important on this part of the website. If they don't look nice, they're not going to grab people's attention. Now, you can see it says here what customers like you are saying, 40,000 customers that are happy, and it shows some customers that have got some success stories. Okay, when it comes to filling out our customer reviews, you want to come on to ChatGPT 4.0, and you can see here I need 3 customer reviews for a posture corrector I'm selling online, and you can see here it's giving me 3 customer reviews, so I can copy that review and come back to Shopify and paste it in here. So you can see here, I've just pasted in the first one. It says amazing results in just 1 week. I've been using the posture corrector for just over a week. So you can see I've added the first one here. So you're going to want to add the next one and then the next one. And then frequently asked questions. We're going to do the exact same again. We're going to go back to ChatGPT and ask it to make some frequently asked questions. So you can see here, I've put to ChatGPT, I need you to come up with the most common FAQ for a posture corrector. So again, I can copy all of these, go back to Shopify and add them in one by one, click it, change the name of the question, add the answer, and it's going to all come from what ChatGPT's done. Then you've basically got that section out of the way. Then you've got handpicked quality. So this is where we're going to add the last image and feature. So you're going to want to click on this, go to where it says select an image, and here I can upload an image. Now for the last image on our landing page, I'm actually going to create a video image, and I'm going to use Canva to do this. So I'm going to go to where it says apps, and then I'm going to go to the AI powered app. Then I'm going to go to where it says image animate. Turn your photos into engaging videos. So you're going to want to select this, and then you're going to want to go to where it says use in a new design. Then you can select a custom size, so you can figure out the size, or you can just use the Facebook post in landscape. Now for this to work, all you've got to do is you've got to go to uploads, upload the image that you've got. So for example, this is the image that I've got, so I've uploaded it. So you want to make this bigger so it fits the whole page. And then you're going to want to go back to the image animator in the bottom here on the left. And then you got to go here where it says motion range, and you want to use AI motion and click generate. And what will happen is it will turn this static image into a video. But it just makes the page look way better because it looks like you've got not flat images, but 3D images. Now, if I show you an example of what happened with my image, this is the static image and this is the video image. So if I select it and play it, you can see that it looks like somebody's wearing the posture corrector. You can definitely agree that when I play it, it looks like the posture corrector is moving if somebody was to wear it. So I can basically make the feature for this video breathable and easy to wear because it shows it moving. So I've took a static image and made it look like now it's moving. So now what I can do is I can change that MP4 video into a Giphy. So I've come to Cloud Convert and I'm changing the video into a Giphy so I can use it as an image placeholder. So now I can click download and click save. And now I can come back to Shopify, click on the image, click change, and now I can upload that Giphy. So now you guys can see if I scroll down, it has the Giphy here at the bottom and it shows it being worn or it moving. So this looks really, really cool. If I wanted to, I could put it here instead. But you can see by using animated videos through Canva, you can create some really savage looking imagery on your website that other dropshippers can't create. So you can see here, I've called it adjustable design, and then I can fill out the text at the bottom talking about how it can be adjustable and easy to use. Now that's pretty much making the basic landing page. You can see here, this is the basic landing page. Now remember, it's very simple. If you want to, you can add more sections. So if you want more of these feature sections, you can click it. You can click duplicate here. And honestly, I've run up dropshipping stores doing 6 figures with just a standard page like this. Obviously, I've made this quick and easy for myself, but you'd put way more time and effort into this to make it look a lot nicer. But that's pretty much it when it comes to creating our Shopify store using AI and the landing pages. All right, guys, now we've got our products. We built our Shopify store using AI. We now need to create some content for our Facebook ads, our TikTok ads, and we're going to be using AI to do all of this for us so that we have custom content and we can't get hit with any copyright strikes. So I'm going to be showing you how to create the videos, how to create the scripts, and then also how to edit the videos. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to come to where it says TikTok for Business, and you're going to want to go to where it says TikTok Symphony. Now this is TikTok's AI video generator. Now this thing is an absolute game changer because it's completely free to use as long as you have a business manager. And if you don't have a business manager, it's completely free to use. But if you use my link in the description, you can get up to $500 in ad credit to spend on your TikTok ads. You want to come here, log into your TikTok Business Center. Then once you're in your Business Center or manager, you want to come over to where it says Tools, and you want to go to where it says Video Editor. And then it should take you to a screen that looks like this. Now, this is going to give you UGC creators that will mimic what you give them in terms of scripts, and they'll read it out. So imagine getting free UGC ad videos. So you want to come where it says avatars, and now you want to select an avatar that suits what you're trying to sell. So if I'm selling a hairbrush, I'm going to choose one of these women. If I'm selling a back posture corrector, I might try and choose somebody that fits my audience. So I might choose a guy that looks like he does a bit of sports. So maybe I choose this guy here. Now, once you've selected that, it will move it into the timeline. And what you want to do is you want to select it, and then you want to go to where it says mask, and you want to change it to the whole video. Now from here, you can zoom it in. So maybe he's a little bit cropped out. So maybe I might get him to fill out the whole video. And now we need to go to where it says script. And this is where you're going to add your script about what you want this person to say. Now, remember guys, we're making ad content. So when we come to creating our video ads, we want different types of people talking about our product. Now, we can either get this one guy to read the whole script and then put B-roll over the top, which is fine. Or we can create 8 different people that basically read out different parts of the script. So he might do one part, I might choose another person to do another part. Then that way it transitions into different people explaining the script. Now for us to get our script, we need to go back to ChatGPT, and you're going to want to use the TikTok viral script writer. I'll leave this linked in the description. Now, what we also need to do is go to the ad library and find what are the best ads running for our product. So posture corrector is the search result. And now we're going to want to scroll through all of these ads and find which page is running the most ads for the posture corrector. Now, household store is running a lot of ads for the posture corrector. So I'm going to want to find out what their winning hook is. Now, the winning hook is typically the first line of the ad copy, or if you play the video and listen to the first 5 seconds, that's usually the hook. So what you want to do is find the page that's running the most ads, listen to the first 5 seconds of their video, transcribe it into text, so write it down what they said, or copy the headline from the ad copy. Then once you've done this, you're going to find this winning hook cheat sheet in the description of the cheat sheet. So once you've got this, you're going to see this is the prompt that you're going to give the ChatGPT. So we're going to get this prompt here, copy it, go back to GBT, paste it here. So where it says winning hook, we're going to add what the first 5 seconds was, either from the video or from the ad copy. Then where it says product name, we're going to get it from the competitor's website or even our own website. Now we've got it. And then product features, we can get it from our website. Product solves, we can get all this information here from our own website that we literally just made. Then once you've got all that information, you're going to copy it and you're going to paste it to the GBT. Now you can see after I've pasted it to the GBT, it's given me a script that we can use. So now I'm going to say, send it me without the table. So you can see now the GBT has sent me the script without the table. So now I can copy this and paste it into the TikTok editor. So now you can see it says here script. Now you need to make sure that you read this carefully. So you can see here it says close-up shot of somebody slouching at their desk. This is about the way we edit the video. So we're going to delete this. We only want the script. So the bit in bold is how the script wants you to edit it. So you can delete all that because that's how they want you to show the video. Now the small text is the genuine script that the AI creator is going to make. So now adjusting that, guys, we can click generate voice and captions. And you can see now it's saying regenerating, we're making new changes to your video. Now you can see here, it's just created our UGC ad video. Now remember, this is 35 seconds long. So we can either get 2 different creators to do the rest of it. So instead of doing 35 seconds with this guy, get 2 other people to do it, or just leave it with this one guy doing it. It's completely down to you guys how you want to do it. Now it's even going to give you the captions as well, but honestly guys, I would turn captions off because when we add this into CapCut, the captions are way better in terms of stylizing. We only want this for the voiceover and the guy looking like he's saying the voiceover. So if we play it, it looks like he's saying it now. The issue is this is a free option. This is completely free for you guys to use. So the quality isn't the greatest, but it's free. Now, if you want a way better version of that, which looks more premium and more realistic, then there's a company called Arca Ads. Now, Arca Ads charges $100 for 10 videos, but they're a way higher quality than what TikTok gives you. So this is free, but it isn't the best quality. If you use Arca Ads, use my link in the description, you'll get a small discount and you'll be able to get a higher quality video. Once you've created an account with Arca Ads, it's the same thing here. You're going to click project, add actors here, and then you can choose the actors of your choice like we did on TikTok. And the good thing about Arca Ads is you get way more features and videos that you can use. So if I click male, you can see loads of different more males coming up. So it gives you way more options. You can also choose HD, so that the highest quality possible. So you get way more options with Arca Ads and they look way nicer. But again, it will cost you $100. Now it's the same thing as the TikTok one. You're going to select the video that you want. You're going to click next, and then you're going to add your script here. So again, you add your script and then you click generate video, and then it will give you a high quality version of that video. Now I'm actually going to create a video with Arca Ads because I'm going to use it in CapCut later, and I can also show you the difference in quality. So I'm going to click generate video, and then I'm going to click generate. So you can see here it can take up to 45 minutes to generate a HD video. So I'll let that generate. Now I know that most of you guys are going to be using the free option, which is the TikTok Symphony option. So once you've got the videos from here, you want to hit export video, click agree, and you want to export all of these videos. So whether you're doing one video with the guy talking or multiple, make sure you download all of them because we're going to be using CapCut to actually edit the video. Now, once you've created an account on CapCut, it's completely free. You want to click create a new video, and then you want to go to where it says 9:16. And this is where you're going to want to upload all of the videos that you've just downloaded. Now, whilst we're waiting for those videos to download or upload, you're going to want to come over to TikTok and you're going to want to find videos of your product to use as B-roll. So you can see I typed in posture corrector and you can see loads of great videos are coming up that we can reuse as B-roll throughout our video. So you can see one here, you can see one here. Now, if you can find one where somebody's face is in it and they demonstrate the product, we can actually change their face. And that's what I wanted to show you. But for my product, it's going to be hard because everyone's facing against me. Now, this might be a really good B-roll video that I can change the face of as it's explaining back pain. So I'm going to click on this video and download it. Now, the reason why you want to find content where somebody's face is in it is because we're going to use an AI tool to change their face so we're allowed to use it. So this is explaining somebody's back having pain using a skeleton. So I can use this when they explain back pain throughout the video and just change his face. Now, to be able to do this, guys, you need to come to a website called VidNoz AI. And then once you're on VidNoz AI, you're going to want to go to where it says AI face swapper. So you're going to click on this. And then you're going to want to go to where it says video face swap. And then you're going to upload a video of the face that you want swapping. So this is the face that I want swapping of the video. Then I need to upload an image of the face that I want as the face swap. Now, if you come to artguru.ai, you're going to be able to create face swaps. So if I come here and say, I've typed in young man brown hair and I'm going to click generate. And just like that, guys, it's created us some images of somebody's face that we can swap. So I'm going to click the HD button. And then once you click the HD button, it will save it to your saved downloads in your app. So now it's done that, I can click the download icon and now it's downloaded it. Then I can go back to VidNoz, click upload photo, and I can just upload the photo that I've just got. And then I can use my credits to get the HD of 1080p, and then I'm gonna click face swap, and now it's gonna proceed to change the face of this person in the video. That way, I'm not gonna get into trouble by using the original face. And because of the footage that I've downloaded doesn't show people's faces and it's just the back, I don't need to worry about that footage. So if I come back over to CapCut and click upload, so now I've started to add some of the video content that I've just created using AI into CapCut. I've just uploaded the main scene. So I'm going to be using this footage here from Arcarads. This is the HD version of what TikTok Symphony does, but it's paid. So I'm going to be using this as the main footage that I'm going to be using, and then I'm going to be putting B-roll on top. Now, the first thing that I want to do is select the footage. Now, if you're using TikTok Symphony, so basically this version here is the exact same thing. You're going to click it. You're going to go to captions on the left, and then you're going to go to auto captions and then generate the caption. So now you guys can see that the captions have now been generated and they have been done correctly. Now, what I like to do is I like to go to presets. So if you go over to where it says here, presets in the top right, you can use the traditional TikTok style version of captions. Now, I actually like to use some of the template versions instead because they just are better in my opinion. So this one here is one of my favorite ones, the yellow and white text. So I'm going to be using this style of caption, the white and yellow text with a bit of animation. So if I play it for you, you can see an example of what it looks like. Now, if I really want to, I can add some background color to it as well, just by going to basics and then adding a background. But for now, I don't want to. Now I've done the captions. I'm now going to go and get some more footage from a company called Creatify Studio. So if you go to app Creatify, you can get a free account that will give you, I think, 1 or 2 videos for free. So once you've created an account, you want to go to where it says here, URL to video add, and you want to click create now. And then you're going to want to paste your URL or your competitor's URL. And if it is going to be your competitor's, make sure it's the best competitor out there and click analyze URL. Then it's going to show the product name and then the product description. And then once you've done that, it's going to show the product name and the product description. Make sure you adjust this so it fits your brand. So if the product name's not the same, readjust it, then click next. Then you can choose what aspect ratio you want the video, how long you want it to be. I always do 30 seconds. And then you can choose the language and then the audience. Again, I'm going to leave this empty and then I'm going to click next. And then it's going to give you the AI script for alternatives. So you've got 3 reasons why: problem solve, motivational, or discovery. For me, I'm going to do it based on problem solving and then click next. So we're crafting out what type of video we want and what is the hook and the deliverables based in the video. So now we've selected all of that. It's now going to generate us our AI video. Now remember, we're doing this because we want to generate as much AI content as possible, because we're going to use all of this AI content in our ads, and the more we've got, the better. And as this is free to use, or you can get a free trial, you might as well make the most of it. Now you can see it's given me loads of different options that I can use for my video. So you're going to want to watch one of these that you like and select it. So if you like this one, you select it and you can play it, and it will show you an example of what it's like.
Ever slouched at your desk feeling that nagging backache worsen by the minute?
Now, my favorite video out of all of these is this one where the image of the product's at the top and the guy talking about it at the bottom. So now I've done that, I'm going to click render. So you can either render with the watermark or upgrade. It's completely down to you guys. But remember, this is just extra content we're going to be using in the editor. So now we've done that, guys. I'm back inside a CapCut, and now we can start adding in some B-roll. So I need to listen to what he's saying so that I can add the relevant B-roll in. So here he says, tired of sleeping or slouching with bad back pain. So I'm going to go back to my face swap footage here. So this is where I added the face swap. So this guy's face is completely changed. You're going to see the difference in it when I show you the before and after. So now I want to edit this clip so it shows back pain. So I like it when it shows an illustration of the human body. So now I'm going to play it again. Now I need to mute this clip because he's talking. So I'm going to go to audio, and I'm going to mute the clip by changing the decibels to 0.
Feeling like no matter tired of slouching or dealing with nagging back pain, feeling like no.
So I like it there, so I'm going to leave it as it is and now crop that to where I left it.
Tired of slouching or dealing with nagging back pain, feeling like no matter what you try, that back pain just won't go away. Introducing.
So now he said introducing, so this is now where I'm going to want to add some more B-roll of the product. I need to mute the clip. So now it's been added and it's loaded. I'm going to go back to audio and change it to 0.
No matter what you try, that back pain just won't go away.
Now this is perfect because now we're showing clips of it being used. Now the issue is the original clip does have its own captions. Now what we can do here is we can put a background on our caption. So if I go back to basic and I go to background, you can see what I can do is I can add a background, and then I can make the background very big so that when the background fills in, you won't see the old one. So I can move it up, I can change the size, or if I really wanted to, I can even get a custom element, change it to a square, and just get it to fill in the rest of it. Or I can upscale or increase the image or video so it gets rid of it, but sometimes you can cut too much off. Now again, that B-roll was really nice there, and I'd probably cut it after he shows him putting it on and then change it to some more B-roll. Now I'm not going to go through the whole me editing this video because I've already done a video about how to edit it correctly like a professional. So I'll leave a link to that in the description if you want a really in-depth example of how to edit these videos so they look really nice. But I think you guys get the point so far of what you need to do with all of this content that we've created. Now the key to this is always using as much B-roll as possible, putting the B-roll where is relevant depending on what the person is saying as the A-roll. The A-roll is the main person that's talking, and then making sure that it looks good. Now guys, once you've created your video ads by using those AI tools in CapCut, you now need to come up with some AI descriptions for your Facebook ads. So you need your ad copies, your ad headlines, and some hooks and the type of audience that you're going for. Now you want to come to an app called app.copy.ai, and this is a free AI copywriting tool that is designed for Facebook ad copies and even TikTok ad copies. Now the first thing that we want to do once you're inside of this app is go to where it says workflow library, and inside of workflow library you're going to want to come to marketing, and then you're going to see here where it says brainstorm Facebook ads. And then it's going to show you a run workflow. So it says here target URL. So make sure you type in the target URL, which is either going to be your website or your best competitor's website. Then you're going to do persona description. So this is who is it that buys your product? Now you can see inside of ChatGPT 4.0, I asked it what persona buys posture correctors, and you can see it's given me a list of 7 different types of people. So I'm going to go back to that AI tool, paste it here and click run workflow. Now this tool is going to run a scrape URL. Now it knows the persona that I'm going for. It's going to find out different marketing angles that I can run as my Facebook ads. Remember, when it comes to Facebook ads and TikTok ad success, it's all about the different marketing angles that you can attack. Now, just like that, guys, this is an example of what you can expect to get from this. It shows you a persuasive one, a playful one, and an emotional one. Now, by doing the workflow space that I've shown you, it's going to give you way more than this. It's going to actually give you way more information than what I'm showing you now. Just because you have to wait a few minutes for it to show it you, I just thought I'd show you a few examples that it gives you on the basic version. But this is the type of stuff that you can expect to get: ad copies, ad headlines that you can then use in your Facebook ads and even your TikTok ads. So now I've shown you guys how to create your Facebook ad copies, your TikTok ad copies. You now need to run some Facebook ads. So I'm now going to add a video where I show you how to create Facebook ads correctly. Now, this video was recorded a few months ago, but it is still valid today. So make sure you pay full attention. So as you guys can see on my computer screen, I'm inside of the Facebook Ads Manager and you can see 6 campaigns. Now, don't worry about these 6 campaigns. I've just made them pre-video to make my life a little bit easier when I record this. I'm going to be showing you exactly how to set up each one of these campaigns and when you should be setting them up and what is the purpose of them and what you can expect from them. Now, if you're watching this and your ads manager is ready to go, you've got everything connected, the first thing that you want to do is create a campaign by hitting this green button in the top left. Then once you've done that, it's going to say buying type, make sure it's auction. Again, Facebook ads is an auction platform. Then where it says choose campaign objective, you're going to do sales. Then once you've selected those, you want to hit continue. Now, it's going to bring you to a page like this where it says advantage shopping campaign or manual sales campaign. You're always going to want to go with manual setup, so select it and click continue. Then it's going to say campaign name. Now, the campaign name should be called testing campaign and then the product name and then broad. So you can see here it says testing campaign and then whatever your product name is and then broad top 6. So we're going to be doing top 6 in this campaign and I'll explain what that is later on. Now, when you're in the testing phase, I always recommend that you give yourself a budget that you're willing to give a product before you kill it. Now, for me personally, when I drop ship, I always give my product around about $300 to $500 and that's the amount spent on ads. It has nothing to do with anything else. So that means that I'm willing to throw $500 at my Facebook ads. And if my product within those $500 doesn't show me any promising signs that I'll get onto later, then I will kill it. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this now is because you have to mentally digest this before you even create a campaign for this to work. Now, once we've got that under the belt, guys, we don't need to mess with anything else. So we're going to hit next. Now, where it says ad set name, we're going to come back to this later. Now, you're going to want to make sure that conversion location is website. You're going to want to make sure that you're going for maximized number of conversion. The pixel is the pixel installed on your Shopify. So make sure you choose it. Then you're going to want to keep scrolling down to where it says budget. Now, the budget is important because if your product is priced over $50, you're going to want to go for $20. If your product's priced under $50, you're going to want to go for $10. If your product's priced over $100, then you're going to want to go for $25. And if your product's priced over $150, you're going to want to go for $30. So make sure you listen to that, and all that info is in the cheat sheet. So as soon as you figured out what your product is selling for, mine is $29.99. So that means I'm under $50 and my ad set should be $10. Now, where it says start date, you should always go for the next day midnight, and you should do that for all ad sets that we get onto later. So that way they spend at the same time. So the next day is going to be Friday, and then we're going to set this on 00. Now, the next thing that we need to do is scroll down to where it says audience locations, and you want to click edit. Now, the locations that we want to do to start with is the UK, the US, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and Ireland. So they're the top 6 countries that I always start with. Now, I'm not going to add them here now because I want to save a little bit of time. So make sure you add the ones I just mentioned. Then you're going to see here where it says Advantage Audience. This is a new feature that Facebook's created where they do the targeting for you. So back in the day, you used to have to target interest for Facebook to look for. Now, Facebook's algorithms got so smart, they can figure it out for you. This is what I was trying to say to you guys at the intro. The offer and the creative is more important than anything else. So for this ad set, we're going to leave it as it is. And then where it says placements again, we're going to let Facebook determine that through their smart engine. So you want to go back up to your ad set name. So you can see I've named my ad set Broad Advantage Plus Audience 10. So I've basically put the name of whatever I've done in the ad set. That way I know which one's which. So if I come down later on, look at my campaign structure, my ad set levels, and I want to kill or scale, I know which is which so I don't get confused. Then what you want to do is click next in the top right. Now, for those that don't know, I'm going to give you a quick rundown. If you come to the top left, you're going to see a folder, 4 boxes, and a little image of 1 square. Now the folder is the campaign, the 4 boxes is the ad set, and the ad set is all the targeting, and the 1 little box is the ad. The ad is what they're visually going to see. Now the first ad name is going to be called Video Offer 1. Now why are we calling it Video Offer 1? Because it's going to be the first video that we have out of the 3, and it's going to be the offer, which is the non-aggressive offer, as the one in the ad copy and in the creative. Now obviously you want to select your Facebook page, then you want to scroll down to where it says manual upload, single image or video, multi-advertiser you can put on as it's recommended. Then where it says media, you want to click add media, add video, and this is where you're going to want to upload your video. So in this instance, I've already uploaded mine, so I'm going to click it and click next. Then once you've done that, you want to scroll down to where it says primary text. I've put mine as embrace the limit glow, exquisite earrings for every occasion, find yours with a free gift. So in the primary text, this is what they're going to see here. You can see here the preview. I'll show you this later. Now I've mentioned the offer being a free gift. Now if we scroll down, the headline is the big thick text that you're going to see here, and I put buy one get free bracelet. Now in the description I put free track shipping, and then as the call to action I obviously put shop now. The website URL should be the product page that you're trying to sell. Now you should always preview the URL to make sure that it's working before you even launch your ads. And if we scroll down, you've got something called website tracking, and you have something called UTM parameters. Now this is so important. Facebook tracking, because of the iOS updates and all these other things coming out, has tarnished the tracking of Facebook. So if you want accurate tracking, you do need to set up UTMs. It's free to do it. Now we've made a complete video about UTM parameters, so I'll leave that again in the link to the cheat sheet, because that's a whole different topic that can take up a bit of time. But you don't have to use UTM. You can just go no UTMs, but it means that when you try and track the data later, it might not be completely accurate. So just bear that in mind before you launch your campaign. Now once you've done this, you want to duplicate this where it says video offer. You're going to click duplicate, and you're going to change it to 2 copies and then click duplicate. Now you should see 3 ads now, 2 of them saying copy and the 1 which is the original. Now you're going to want to change this to image offer 1, and then you're going to change the next one to carousel offer 1. So you can see I've already done it here. So this one's called carousel offer 1. So what we've done here is we've added a carousel. So a carousel is an image slideshow. Now this works extremely well for fashion related products or products that are wearable that don't need explaining. So if your product is a non-explaining product, meaning that it doesn't need to be explained because it's a jewelry product or a wearable product, you want to run a carousel. Now if your product needs explaining because it's quite a technical product, it does something, it's a problem solver, then I would recommend that you stay away from image ads and you do 3 videos. So instead of doing carousel and image, you're going to do 3 videos, and each video is going to be a different video. So you're going to go carousel offer, you're going to scroll down to where it says manual upload, you're going to select carousel. Now you're going to scroll down, and it's going to say add at least 2 cards. So you want to click add image card, and then you can add an image. I've already uploaded my images, and the best thing for carousels are honestly congruent images. So these images here are the same, so they're from the same model and the same person. If you use image carousels and they are totally different people or different scenes or scenarios, it's not going to work. They have to look like it's from the same place. Now you want to add 3 cards, so you want to add 3 different images. So you can see I've added one there, I've added another one here, and I've added another one here. Now again, the headline, the description, the URL is all going to be the same. The only change you're making is literally the image for the carousel. Then if you scroll down, the primary text is going to be the same as the one that you use for the video. Now where it says carousel optimization, I only have automatically show the best performing card. The other 2 I actually turn off. Now the call to action is always going to remain shop now, and it's going to be the same URL that you're using on your other ad. Now what I like to do with carousels is always preview how they look because it's important. So I'm going to click expand. I always look at the desktop version as it's bigger, and you can see here this is what my carousel is going to look like. Remember, it's got to look like when I look at it, it's a natural carousel. It's from the same people. So you can see here this looks really nice, and you only want to use high quality images. If your images aren't high quality, they're not going to work. Now once you've done that, you're then going to go to your image offer. Then all you're going to do is click single image or video. Now when it comes to single image ads, I like to go for a very harsh, very strong looking image that's going to captivate people's attention. So I've gone for a very sharp model shot of a sharp image of the model. Now you're probably thinking, why is it sharp? because obviously if you're looking at the image, it's a very sharp looking image in terms of the way the model's looking, the angle of the model, how it's being worn, the eye contact, all of that stuff is classed as sharpness. So that's what I'm going to want to go for. Remember, you have one image to try and get somebody's attention, so you're going to have to use the best image you've got. Now, this is the last time I'm going to remind you guys, if you're selling a problem-solving product that needs an explanation, you're not doing carousel, you're not doing image, you're doing 3 videos with the same offer, and then you're done. Now, once you've done your 3 creatives, you're going to want to go back to the ad set level, click duplicate, and you're going to want to duplicate this 4 times. So you can see I can change the number of copies to 4, and then I'm going to hit duplicate. Now, once you've done that, you're going to see on the left-hand side, all of this has now been added to your campaign structure. Now, don't get worried. You've done all the hard work. You're only making incremental changes now for the rest of the setup. So the changes that you're going to do are to the ad set level. So these blue ones here with the 4 boxes are the only things that you're changing. And all you're changing is when you click on it, you're going to see the ones that says copy at the end. They're the ones you're changing. You're going to scroll all the way down to where it says audience advantage. Then you're going to click audience suggestion. So this is what you're going to do for the first one. You're actually going to give Facebook's algorithm a suggestion. Now, I'm selling a jewelry product, so I'm obviously going to want to do jewelry related interest. So you can see here, I've added jewelry and apparel to this ad set. So that way I'm giving Facebook a little bit of an idea of who I'm looking for. Now, something that I forgot to mention that I should have mentioned before is you want to change the age to 21 to 65. That way you're not going to get teenagers that can't buy your product looking at your product. Now, once you made that change, you're going to want to scroll up and add that to your ad set name so you know what you've done. So you're going to call it broad interest, audience plus jewelry. That way you know you're still doing audience plus. Now for the next ad set, I'm going to want to scroll all the way down, and this time I'm actually going to want to turn this completely off. Now you might be thinking, how do I turn this completely off? You can see here where it says switch to original audience option. If you click this, click use original audience, you can now see it's giving you the old way of doing it. So if you scroll all the way down now, you're going to see where it says add demographics or behaviors. Now this is where you're also going to want to add things that are related to your product. So now I might want to type in bracelet, necklace, and those are the type of interests that people are also interested in, that are also interested in my product. It's honestly common sense. If you're selling, let's say, sportswear, you're going to want to target maybe sports teams, you're going to want to target sports magazines, you're going to want to target sports brands that are famous. It's just common sense, guys. Now once you've done that, you want to scroll back up and change the name. Now of course, if you've turned advantage off, then you're going to want to mention that you've done that. Now the next one that you might want to do, you might want to keep advantage turned on again, but just give it a suggestion. Then on the last one, you might want to turn advantage off again and give it a hard interest. That way you're testing, is Facebook's algorithm good, or is it better if I give Facebook the interest themselves? That way you're seeing which one's better for your campaign. Now once you've done all that, guys, you're going to want to hit click publish in the bottom right. Now if you go back to the campaign level, you should see your campaign right here. You can see test and campaign product name, broad top 6. You can see the original campaign that you just made. Now, if you've got a large budget, then I'd recommend that you do the next step. Now, if you don't have a large budget, I'd recommend that you watch the next step so you can learn from it, but just don't do it. So what we're gonna do if you have a larger budget is test different countries out in a separate campaign. So we've done the top 6 in this one. So we're gonna wanna click on the highlight button here, click duplicate. Then all you're gonna do in the duplicated one is change the campaign name from top 6 to EU, meaning we're gonna target European countries. And then in the ad set level, we're going to want to scroll down to all the ad sets that we've made, but we're going to change the country. So you can see here now I'm doing Switzerland, Germany, Netherlands, Norway, Sweden, and I'm going to give you a list of all the best countries in the cheat sheet. Now you might be thinking, why are we trying European countries in an additional campaign? Again, if you've got a larger budget, it makes sense because some European countries actually for some products outperform the top 6. So it's worth it if you've got the extra budget to try it, because if it actually performs better, then that's good news because it means you're going to get cheaper results and you're going to be able to scale in the European countries. The top 6 are the most expensive to advertise to. So if you can find winners in Europe, then long term, you're going to be more profitable. So all you're doing in this campaign, guys, is literally going into each ad set level and changing the countries to those European countries that I mentioned here and in the cheat sheet. Now, once you've done that, you're going to click publish. And if you're following the extra budget strategy, but you're doing the extra campaign, you should now see 2 campaigns, the testing broad top 6, testing broad EU. Now, if you're only doing one campaign, which is the top 6, you're going to be spending $50 a day if your product's under $50. And if it's over, you're going to be doing $100 a day. And the most you'd ever get up to on this strategy is $250 a day. So remember, normally most of you guys that are watching this are going to be at $50 a day. Now, once you've published your campaign, guys, you're going to see that it's in delivery or it's under review. Then once the midnight comes the next day, they should start running, and you're going to let them run for 1 day before we we even critique them. And then I'm going to give you guys in the next few moments the critiquing steps like the killing and scaling methods. So guys, now our campaigns are running. We're going to give it 24 hours before we look at anything. And now the first thing that we're going to look for is the CPC. Now, if your cost per click is greater than $1.50, then turn off the ad set and replace it with a new one. Now, it's so important that this metric here and this rule is applied for dropshippers and not e-com brands. You can see here, I mention what to do if you're an e-commerce brand in the cheat sheet. Now, I'm not going to read it here because I don't want to waste too much time, but this is what to do if you're an e-com brand. This is why we apply this 24-hour rule to take out any ad sets that exceed a CPC of $1.50 after the first 24 hours. So what you want to do is you want to go back to your ads manager, go to the campaign section, click on your testing campaign or testing campaigns if you have two, then click ad set. Then in the ad sets, you're now going to see your ad sets and the metrics. Now you need to make sure you got the right column set up. So you want to go to columns here in the top right, and then you want to click customize columns. Now I'm not going to go over which columns you need now. I'm going to leave it in the cheat sheet so you can add them yourself. They are so easy to do. Now, once you've added those columns, you want to see CPC, which is right here, and you want to make sure that your ad sets have a CPC under $1.50. Now, if your ad account is like mine and it's in British pounds or in euro, just turn it into euro or pound. So if it's over £1.50, I would turn it off. Now, all of my ad sets are under $1.50, so I can keep them on for the next 72 hours. Remember, we're leaving them running for 3 days, but the first hurdle is 24 hours, and that's always the CPC rule of being under $1.50. Now, these rules that I'm telling you apply to every ad set that you run, regardless of it's in a scaling campaign, it's in a testing campaign. This rule has to be applied all the time so you don't overspend on bad things. Now, if your ad set was over $1.50, what you'd simply do is turn it off, go to the ad set that has the cheapest CPC. So you can see here, I'm looking for the cheapest CPC, and the cheapest CPC is this one right here. So I would click it, I would click duplicate, and then I would add a different interest, or I wouldn't add any interest at all if I'm doing non-interest, or if I am doing non-interest, then I might add an interest here. So after 3 days, it's time to come back and check the results again. In the next part of the video, we're going to mention some metrics that will be used to check the ad performance. If you do not see any of the metrics in your Facebook Ads Manager, like I said previously, add them in the columns. Now, the first thing that you want to check for after 3 days, which is 72 hours, is if you got a sale. That's literally it. Did you get a sale on your ad set or did you not? Now, if no ad set got a sale after 3 days, it's time to turn it off and replace it with a new one. Then once you've turned off the bad ad sets and duplicated them and changed them, you can publish it again. That's all you need to do. Check your purchase column and replace any ad sets that have no purchase after 3 days of running them. Now, in the columns that I mentioned in the cheat sheet, you're going to see one that says conversions or complete payment. They're the ones that you want to look for. Now, you want to repeat this process until you reach a loss of $300 up to $500. Note that this is a loss, not an amount spent, as your ads may be running, which you might get sales. So let's say you've spent $500, but you've had 3 sales and you've made $100 in sales. That means you've only made $400 in spend. So till you get at a loss of 500, then you make the decision to kill the product or rerun it again with new creatives, or try the offer to be aggressive. Now, after your first 3-day check, you should at least have an ad set that ran until day 5. If it has a sale, and on day 5, you should check the ROAS. If the ROAS is above break-even ROAS, then congratulations, you have a potential winning audience. If you have an ad set that passes your 5-day check, it's a good idea to try and scale it. Now remember, not every ad set that passes the 5-day check will be scalable, but finding your first scalable one is how you transition from testing to scaling your product. The scaling phase is when you maximize your profit. Now, for those that might be getting confused, remember, you're running the ads till day 5 unless it's got a CPC over $1.50. Now, if it gets to day 3, you need to make sure that it's got a sale. Now, even if it's not profitable on day 3, you still let it run. Now, on day 5, you now want to see if it's profitable. Now, if one ad set is profitable, you can then enter on day 5 a scaling phase. Now, if it isn't, you need to go back to what I was saying previously and retest. So this is how you scale a winning ad set. So it's an ad set that on day 5 is profitable, and it's making money because it's above your break even. So what you'd do is you'd go into your original campaign by going to campaigns, clicking on your original, and let's say hypothetically this one here is got a break even over and it's on day 5. We're then going to click the duplicate button right here. Then we're going to click new campaign. Then we're going to change the number of copies to 3, and we're going to change the campaign name to horizontal scaling campaign. So in this campaign, everything remains the same. You can see here we've got horizontal scaling campaign. Now, if it's a bit messy on the left-hand side, remember that the folder is your campaign name. So you can see here's another folder, but this is the testing campaign. So we've got to ignore anything below this. So anything above this is the new campaign. Now, what we're doing, guys, is we're scaling horizontally. Now, scaling horizontally means that you're duplicating what's winning. You're not increasing the budget, you're just increasing the amount of ad sets. Now, why are we increasing the amount of ad sets? Because it comes to something called the ad set pocket theory. The ad set pocket theory means that when you launch an ad set, and let's say it's a winning ad set, your ad set's only going to hit a certain amount of people within that audience. So you can see here on the right hand side, it's saying that the audience size is 125 million. Now, not one ad set is going to hit 125 million people. So that's why we've got to scale horizontally, because more ad sets are going to attack more people in this audience. Now, once you've duplicated your winning ad set 3 times in this new horizontal campaign, you can click publish. Now, remember, if you've got 3 winning ad sets, you'll duplicate those 3 winning ad sets 3 times into this horizontal campaign. Now, if for some reason it doesn't scale effectively and it doesn't work, we're now going to try scaling it vertically. So we're going to go back to the original campaign again, click on the ad set that we want to duplicate, click duplicate, then create a new campaign, and we're going to want to call this one vertical scaling campaign with the product name. And we're going to want to copy the number of copies once, only duplicating it once, and I'll explain why in a minute. So you can see here, I've got my vertical scaling campaign here. The only thing we're changing in this ad set is we're going to scroll down to where it says budget, and we're going to increase it by $20. So I like to increase it by $20 every successful period. So let's say, for example, I publish this now, and after 5 days, it's profitable again. That means it's a period. So after that 5 days, I'm then going to increase it to $60. Now, after day 5, if it's profitable, I'm going to edit the actual ad set and now increase it from 30 to, guess what, $50. I'm incrementally changing it by $20 every single time after the period of it being successful. Now, if after the next 5 days it doesn't get profitable, then I'm going to drop it by 10. Now, this is called scaling vertically. That basically means you're scaling with budget, not by duplication. So your spending is actually going to focus on more people instead of the ad pocket. So this is the type of scaling. Now, the reason why we have to try both methods is because one will work better on your ad account. Now, if you're comfortable enough and confident enough, you can make changes. Now, the change that I would only make if you're comfortable enough is by looking at the data. Now, how you'd look at the data is you'd go back to your campaign and you'd go to the ad level. And what you would do is you'd look at the metrics and say, okay, based on these metrics, this creative is the winning creative. So if you've been testing 3 different videos or carousel image or video, then the one that's working the best is the only ad that you use in the scaling campaign. Now, the next thing that you have to understand is when you're in these 5-day periods, again, if you're profitable, you're just increasing the load by 30 to 50%. So if you're scaling horizontally and after the 5-day period, you're making more money on those duplicates, you're then going to duplicate the duplicates. Now, whilst you're doing all of this, guys, you should try and launch new creatives in a testing creative campaign or in the original campaign. So in the original campaign, you're now introducing new ad sets that are running with new creatives. Now, you should be rolling new creatives at least once a week. 1 new creative a week is the minimum. I like to do 10 new creatives a week. Now, that's very aggressive, but 1 is the minimum. So guys, the next scaling method or the next advanced strategy is lookalike audiences. Now, lookalike audiences had a bad moment for the last few months, year, but they've started to do really well again. Now, what I like to do with lookalike audiences is wait. Now, lookalike audiences only work if you've got enough data. So if you're getting to this strategy too early on, it's not going to work. So I like to say that as long as you've spent at least $2,000 or you've been running the product for around about 3 to 4 weeks, then it's the right time to use this strategy. Now, again, only if you're either breaking even or you're profitable. So how you get into this strategy is you're going to want to open up a new ads manager on a new tab. You're going to want to come here in the top left, click all tools, and you're going to go to where it says audiences. Then you want to click where it says create a custom audience. So I'm going to show you guys how to do a few of these because it's very similar to do all of these. Now, if you get stuck on one of them, you can literally go on Facebook's blog and figure it out. But I'm going to show you guys how to do, let's say, video views and content views or Instagram. So if we're going to want to do video views, we're going to want to go video, click next, go to where it says choose a type of content, and then you're going to want to do these ones. This one, this one, this one, this one, and then this one. And then for each one of these, you have to choose a video. So you obviously want to choose the videos that have got the most views. Then once you've selected all the videos with the views, you're going to then click confirm. Then where it says retention, we're going to do 90 days. Then audience name is going to be video views all, and then 90 days. And then once you've done that, you're going to click create audience. Now, when you create an audience, it has to populate, which means Facebook has to populate it, which can take around about 1 to 2 days. Now, once you come back here, it will tell you if it's populated or not. If it hasn't populated, do not use it because it will not work properly. Now, the next one you're going to want to do is click create audience again. Then this time you're going to go Instagram account. You're going to click next. Then where it says everyone who engaged with professional account, you're going to want to go all the way down to the one that says account center, people who engage with any post or ad. Then you're going to change this to 90 days again. Then you want to call this one Instagram engagement, and then you want to hit create audience. Now, if you go back to create custom audience, it's the same for Facebook. Now, to do the rest, guys, you need to go back to create audiences, and you can select the rest through one of these drop down menus. You can either figure it out by just clicking on them and clicking the drop downs, or you can just Google how to do the rest. I don't want to cover every single one of these in this video because it would honestly take too long. Now, once you've created your audiences and they've populated, you then want to go to where it says lookalike audience and click create a lookalike audience. Now, for this one, you're going to want to go to where it says select lookalike audience, and then you're going to want to go to where it says other sources, and it should show on here. Now, if it doesn't show here on other sources, try value-based sources and it might show on here. Now, it depends because sometimes it glitches out and shows it on one or the other, but you should see your custom audience on one of these. Then once you've done this, it's going to say select audience location. Now, you want to select the locations that you've been using when you've been targeting on Facebook. So you've been doing top 6, then select the top 6. Now, sometimes some ad accounts won't let you choose the audience location. So if it gives you the option not to choose, then you don't need to worry. Then once you've done that, it's going to say select audience size. Then it's going to say number of lookalike audiences. You're going to do 1, but you're going to change the percentage to 5. That way, the lookalike audience that you're creating isn't directly the exact same as somebody that's looked at your ads before. They're going to be in the middle. That way, it's an equilibrium of the kind of people that you want to then look at. Now, lookalike audience is basically you trying to tell Facebook, here are people that have visited certain things on my company, website, videos. I want you to try and find people that are similar to them based on this data. So by you choosing 5, it's a medium look at other people. Then once you've done that, you're going to click create audience, and you need to do that for all the ones, your engagement, your video views, all the 6 that I put in the cheat sheet. Now, once you've made your custom audiences and your lookalikes, which should be 6 different lookalikes, and it should be the same ones in that cheat sheet. Again, if you have any issues, there's loads of other videos on YouTube that will help you do that section, or you can read Facebook's forum or blogs. Now, once you've done that, guys, you're going to want to hit create. You're going to create a brand new campaign. You're going to go sales again. You're going to click continue. Then you're going to want to choose manual setup again and click continue. Now, this time you're going to change the campaign name to LAA, which stands for lookalike audiences, and then the product name. So you can see here, my campaign is called LLA scaling product name. Now, what you want to do is you want to create an ad set, and in this ad set, you're going to call it the lookalike name. So this one's going to be called Instagram engagement 60 days. So I'm going to scroll all the way down. I'm going to keep going all the way down. Now, the budget is going to remain at the testing budget. So I always tested on $10. So I'm going to keep it at 10. The starting schedule date is midnight the next day. That all stays the same. Then when we scroll down, we're going to be going back to normal audiences. So you don't want to use Advantage Plus. You need to turn Advantage Plus off for this to work. So you're going to want to scroll all the way down, and you're going to see something called custom audiences. You're going to click this, and then you're going to see your lookalike audience here if you've created it properly. Now, this ad set is called Instagram engagement, so this one's going to be the Instagram engagement lookalike audience. Now it's going to show you locations. Now, if you created the locations in the lookalike audiences, then you can delete the locations here. Or if it didn't ask you to add locations in the lookalike, you're going to add them here. Now, where it says detailed target, and you don't need to worry about this because it's all done through your custom audience, then you can move on to your creative. Now, your creative is going to be the winning creative. So whichever is the best performing creative based on CTR and sales, you're going to use that for your lookalikes. So you can see one ad set, one creative, which is the winner. Now you're going to want to duplicate this ad set 5 times. So in total, you have 6 ad sets. Now, why have you got 6 ad sets? Because your other ad sets are going to be the next lookalike audience name, which is Facebook engagement 60 days. Then the next one's going to be content views 90 days. And the next one's going to be add to cart 90 days. And remember to change this in the custom audience section. So this campaign is literally designed for that theory. Now, once you've filled all this in correctly, you can then click publish. Then once you've done that, guys, you've got yourself a lookalike campaign that is now running, and it should generate you some really good sales, and they should be very profitable because they are based on people that are similar to your current customers. Now remember, each campaign you run is the same rules: 24-hour rule, 3-day rule, and 5-day rule. Now the good news, guys, is I've got one last scaling method for you that I use to take my dropshipping stores and my e-commerce brands to 7 figures. Now this is a CBO scaling campaign. So what you want to do is you want to go back to where it says create. You want to then go back to sales again, click continue, go to manual setup, click continue. Now this is where things get interesting because we're going to change the name to CBO scaling and then the product name, but we're actually going to turn on this section here, Advantage Campaign Budget Plus. So we're going to click this, and now you can see it says daily budget. Then you can see campaign bid strategy, highest volume, keep it as it is. And then you can see here the budget. Now, CBOs only work well if you have 3 ad sets in them. Now, how CBOs work is instead of you spending the budget on the ad set level, the campaign spends on which ad set they think's performing the best. Now, CBOs again only work well if you've got 3 ad sets in them. Now, you can either duplicate the winning ad set. If you only have 1 winning ad set, you duplicate that 3 times into this CBO, or what I prefer to do is have 3 winning ad sets, which means there's 3 different audiences that are winning, and I like to put them in here. So let's say jewelry's a winning audience, let's say bracelets are a winning audience, and let's say, for example, fashion is a winning audience. So those 3 ad sets would go into here. So once I've changed the budget, I'm going to change it to $100. So you always start at $100 no matter what, and you work your way up later, which I'll explain. So once you've changed the budget to $100, you're then going to go to the ad set level, and the quickest way to do this is to actually delete the ad set, then close the campaign down like this. And if you go to campaign, you're going to see the new one right here. Then the best thing to do is to go to your testing campaign, open it up, click on the winning one. So let's say this is a winning ad set, this is the winning ad set, this is the winning ad set. Then I'm going to click duplicate up here, and then it's going to say existing campaign. I'm going to select that. Then I'm going to choose the CBO campaign. You can see here CBO scaling is coming up, then number of copies 1, and then that way you've got those ad sets with the winning ad already in the campaign. And then once it's in the campaign, you can just click publish. Now, once your new CBO is running, you're then going to have to do again the 24-hour rule. But then on the 5th day, if you're then seeing success, being profitable, what you do is you change the CBO budget. Now, I like to change the CBO budget between $50 to $100. Now, this depends on how profitable you are. Now, let's say your break-even ROAS in my instance is 1.2, and my ROAS after 5 days is on 2.3. That's very good. I might want to increase it by $50 on day 5. Now, let's say another 5 days has gone, and now my ROAS in the campaign's at 4. I then might want to increase it by, guess what, 100, which is being more aggressive. Now, if after another 5 days it drops, I might want to then lower it by 50. So I'm lowering it by 50 to 25, depending on how bad it drops. Now, you keep that going till as high as you can get a CBO. Sometimes I've took CBOs to 10K a day. Sometimes I've took them to 5K a day. It just depends how far you can take them whilst they remain profitable. So now, guys, that brings us to the end of the video. You now know how to find a winning product using AI, create a store using AI, create video ads using AI, create ad copies using AI, and now launching them on Facebook ads or TikTok ads. If you want my full TikTok ads tutorial, I'll leave it linked in the description. Let me know what you thought of today's video as well. I hope you've got a lot of value from it, and you should now know how to start your first Shopify dropshipping store or any Shopify dropshipping store using the power of AI. With that being said, guys, I'll catch you in the next video.